We were on a really, really good run, but the last game, as you're about to see, was a real problem. Quick little update before we get into the main business today. We have had a takeover. No plans to provide any investment. However, they have cleared our debts. We were over $1 million in debt and no longer in debt. So I don't quite know what they meant by no plans to provide further investment when they've done that immediately. I'm obviously very pleased about that. It's been something that's been coming a long, long time. It means now that we've got a little bit of leeway. We can perhaps make a few signings over the January transfer window. We've potentially got a little bit of budget there. And I'm really, really pleased with that. So a couple of players who could come in perhaps and improve this squad. And we've got the leeway to do it now. So fingers crossed I can come back with news before the next game of that happening. Back in a second. Before we get on to today's games, I just wanted to show you this. I don't quite know what to say. We were 3-0 up. We were 4-1 up. And we've lost 5-4 with the last kick of the game against Torres away. And I don't really know what to say. That's it, really. Okay, time to hopefully come back from that disappointment in the last game and come and win this game against Avellino, get back on track. As you can see by the fact that we're fourth, we're actually on a fairly good run before that game. 4 straight wins before that, and I have to say, I thought that fifth was pretty much nailed on at 4-1. It was unbelievable to see it slip away like that. Francesco Rolla is back, so he will be on the bench. We've got Marino on the bench as well. Jeremy Bro has made a decent start, a couple of assists already. He has looked quite impressive. Della Bassett, a little bit more worry about. He also is not very happy because he thinks I didn't improve the team enough. I disagree, respectfully, but we will see. Let's try and make sure that we win today after that really, really disappointing reversal in the previous game. As you can see, we're still fourth, currently 10 points behind Catanzaro. Certainly something we could make up, but we need to start winning games after games after games and make sure that one defeat was just a little bit of a blip. Di Marco. Can we build from the back here? Gioldi can't quite find Di Chiara. Gioldi, Brigliadori Vitale shoots and gone over the bar. Next game is against Catanzaro, so if we can keep up the pressure today by winning, it's a shame that we didn't win that last one, but we need to definitely make sure we win this one, otherwise playing Catanzaro will kind of be a bit pointless. We need to make sure that the pressure is on them. Gambino and Patena has put it away, and that reversal from being 4-1 up last game, I just wonder if that's had a massive effect on us mentally. Di Chiara now. Let's get back into this quickly. Gioldi to Vitale. Crosses the ball in, and Brigliadori has made it 1-1 quite quickly after the goal. Good to see. Brigliadori is starting to come into a bit of form. He's getting a few goals, showing what he can do. But we have conceded again almost immediately. I think they thought he was offside, but he wasn't. Poor defending from the whole unit, really, and within a minute, we've been pegged back once again. Right, 7 minutes to go till half time. Let's try and get at least level by then. Bro, to Bassett, Di Marco. Vitale finds Gioldi. No, he doesn't. And we have to build again. Keep giving the ball away stupidly. Come on. Patena has made it 2-0, and we've been punished twice there in quick succession, really, for silly, silly mistakes. And obviously with their reserve keeper in at the moment, with our only senior keeper out injured, we can't really rely on him as the last line of defence. It was not a good first half, that at all. We need to do better. Slight consolation is that Catanzaro are losing, but of course that means that we are throwing away a chance to make up some points on them. And we've made absolutely nothing in the second half. Been really poor. 2 really poor performances in a row here. Firstly, to lose having been 4-1 up, and now to lose so pathetically against Avellino. This is a really, really poor performance. And we do seem to be a team that kind of goes in a bit of fits and stages. So we've won loads of games in a row, and then we've conceded 9 goals in 2 games. Simple as that.
That's the main thing here. We've conceded 9 goals in actually less than 2 games. And something's going to need to change. I've talked about changing the formation. I've done that. It was working for a while. Maybe we need to change it back. I don't know. But that is not good enough, is it? That's just not good enough. Brigliadori doing well. Scoring every other game now, which is good. But it's just not good enough from the rest of the team at the moment. We need to make some changes and make sure that we've got a bit more about us. There's too many players underperforming, but Abdullah Bassett in particular, I had very high hopes for him, but he just hasn't been doing it. Someone who has come in, I thought I was improving the midfield by bringing him in, to be honest. It looks like we're going to have to get rid of him quite quickly. I thought he was going to be a really big player for us, but he's been very, very poor. So I'll be back in 3 days for the Catanzaro game. That was short and not very sweet. Right, and here we are against Catanzaro, a very big game, really, to keep our title challenge alive, I think. We have a small chance still of winning the league at this point, but a win here would certainly keep us in the hunt, and I would imagine a defeat, whilst not completely terminal, would make it very, very difficult for us, let's put it that way. So here we go with the Catanzaro game. Not top of the league anymore. Foggia have overtaken them as it stands. We need to make sure it stays that way, otherwise I think we can probably wave goodbye to any chance of winning the league this year. Paolini to Di Chiara. Can Di Chiara make something happen here? Bassett shoots and Gidotti saves it. Paolini finds Brigliadori. Can Brigliadori finish? He can! Brigliadori has really shown some improvement this season. He's getting some goals, more importantly in the important times as well. The first goal against Catanzaro away, that's a big moment for him to score that goal. Vitale can score, can he? No, he can't. He's going to be a little bit more cautious now that we've got that goal. Don't need to push forward too much. You can see this definitely keeps us in the hunt. 9 games to go, 8 points the gap to Foggia. Admittedly, they could score, although they're down to 10 men. So if Catania could do us a favour there and hold on, then that 8-point gap can stay that way at best. Maybe even it could go down to 7 if Catania can make the most of that extra man that they have. And we have definitely been the better team in this first half. You can see by the XG and the fact that we've had 4 shots, all of which have been on target. They've had none out of their 3. Really is a very, very good start to this game. Can we do the business in the second half and just hold on to this good lead that we've got against a good side in Catanzaro? Di Chiara finds Brigliadori, but this time it goes just wide. But Brigliadori is looking a real threat now. Santoro's through. Santoro equalises. And that's a shame. We hadn't really looked in much danger until that, but so it's a goal that you think our first choice goalkeeper probably would have stopped. But that's what happens when you've got no reserve keeper, I suppose, not at least no proper one. Let's make sure we don't lose this now. Santoro to Biazotti, and Jameson puts them in front. This is not good. I think we are going to let it go once more. I'm going to be having to settle for the playoffs the way things are looking. And Pavone puts this game beyond any doubt. This is really disappointing. Not a very good performance this in the second half after a very, very good start to the game. And this is going to be 3 consecutive defeats and a real problem for us going forward. Starting to look like we're going to have to start making plans for some of those rounds of the playoffs at least. Or we might be able to finish 3rd and get into the 3rd round maybe. I don't think 2nd in the quarterfinal is likely at this point. Jameson just makes it absolutely certain. Really, really poor performance here in the second half. And we've got work to do. This is not just bad, this is really bad. Not happy with that performance at all. Not at all happy. So 13 points behind Catanzaro. We are not going to win the league now. The fact that Foggia have lost means second place isn't completely gone, but it's going to be difficult, I think. So join us tomorrow. Hopefully we can start getting this back on track. We've got a long way to go. I don't think winning the title is possible, but 2nd is not impossible. So join us tomorrow and hopefully we'll make some kind of recovery. See you then.